now.
3, 2, 1. Good morning, everybody. This is Lonnie from Longview. That's Brian from Kelso. How are you, sir?
Good, good.
Well, what day is today, Brian?
Today is Monday, April 26, 2021.
Which means April showers brings May flowers, right?
Yeah, we had a
Okay.
few showers this morning. It's
Yes, we have.
nice right now.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I have all these couple bags of seed for my backyard here. I'm hoping I guess this stuff seeded right now because I want the Mayflowers and I don't want Mayflowers in my backyard with the blackberry flowers. I want
Oh, I
actual
know.
actual grass. So hopefully somebody can listen to my plea on this and make it happen. Come to my house and plant my stuff. I don't want any more blackberries in my house.
I think
Sorry.
if we want world peace, let's just plant blackberries everywhere and people will be too busy to fight wars.
Yes, I think it's a great idea. I think that Sleeping Beauty had the best blackberries.
Oh, and invest in goats, though, because they're going to do
Yeah,
all
if
the
you want
work.
to have your little, everybody has blackberries, and then you put little goats here, and the goats get your little spot, and your spot's safe, and it's kind of fun. I think blackberries are kind of a unique thing, like they're food, right? So people enjoy that, and then and it's a perfect food really because
Yeah.
it'll be sustainable forever, right?
Yeah, and if you designed it correctly, you could pretty much have a blackberry fence, put some sort of base up it and then put the
Sure.
black. Nobody's getting in your backyard.
Yes, yeah.
They won't even come near you.
That's why in that cartoon, Sleeping Beauty. You remember that cartoon, Sleeping Beauty?
Oh, yeah.
It had like that is blackberry bushes that were just thick as can be, like this, like anacondas all over the building and stuff, all over the castle property, and so he had to slash it through and slash. I'll tell you, I've done the slashing through. I never have found the princess yet, but I've done the slashing through.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're changing the name of the Sleeping Beauty concept to sleeping person who's beautiful inside. They don't want to offend anybody because what if you're not beautiful?
Oh yeah,
Right? We got to be more considerate in the world now.
well, maybe they're referring to her personality.
Oh, hey, I was going to say something that was beautiful was last Friday, these guys, the great David Robbins and his father,
Oh
Joe,
yes, yes, we had those guys on the other day. Absolutely wonderful. They were great.
and we got some sort of Jameson whiskey in a goblet down here and a beer. It's a rock and roll scene. He's got the drummer behind him. He brought his charisma, though, I'll tell you that, and his musical talents and his father. So
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I like that. Yeah, they both did wonderful. I think that he has a long career in front of him as long as he doesn't just do the rock and roll scene the whole time.
well, he's
Because
got a
he
full
definitely.
time job and he gets up early, so he seems like an industrious guy, not afraid to work. So
Yeah, no, that's cool.
just such a good entertainer and performer and
Yeah,
musician.
and a nice kid, man. He's just nice. So I mean,
Well, they got those guitars really going, man. That was sounding so good, and the combination. Two people that have played together so much, you can tell
they must know each other pretty well.
they do. So we need our next
Father and
act.
son.
I
Father
think
and
we need
son.
some variety, though. Let's get a poet in here, or even somebody that tells bad jokes. The pun master Mike could even be a guest.
That's actually pretty funny. Possibly,
Well, he's lovable and likable. You like the guy. Even
I
if you
think that
don't like his jokes, you don't care. You'll like him. So that's what it's all about.
yeah, he would. He doesn't go on stage much, but I do think that mother and daughter mother and daughter act would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you know anybody out there, or we have anybody online yet?
I don't
Or
know. I'm not quite certain.
oh,
Uh,
we have to zoom some of these entertainers too. They want to talk about it, and see what
yeah, I
they're.
don't want to do that. So it's important that we start zooming people. And
Yeah.
including
Like
me in there
even
more.
tomorrow, you had a guy in Minnesota. If we could, he said he had a Zoom, man. If we could get him on as a guest, talk to him a little bit.
Yeah, no, for sure. We could do that. I just got to figure out that. Well, if you wanted to come over today, we can figure that out. Actually, or I can go over there.
I
Either
think
way.
if you come over here, because this is where it's going to happen. This is where it's all going to come from. Unless you want to shoot a show at your house, I'm all up for that too. That's always an
No,
option.
yeah, that's fine. No,
Yeah.
we're good.
I'm thinking you
We,
might want to do that when you get your backyard ready.
yeah, when the blackberries go up subside, I think they're yeah, that'd be fun to do. We will do that. I mean,
LB stock, the pound stock, they're going to call it
there
pound
you go,
stock.
pound
That's
stock,
we ran that by Joe and David. They love the name.
pound stock. There you go. Yeah, no, both those guys are fabulous, and I appreciate them coming to help us, not help us, put on our show, whatever.
Yeah, and Joe really wants to come to every show he can, and depending on his work schedule, but he's in for the next one, and he'll run the PA, and he's going to run it from the side, so we'll have those curtains working.
Ha. Well, that'd be
Well,
good.
that's kind of stuff we need. It was cool to have that moon, though. That came out a lot better than I expected. That quarter moon, the silver moon.
Yeah, I think that's the moon's cute for sure.
Yeah, it adds a
It
little
works.
flair. It's
Mhm.
starting to look like a show place, a lounge.
Yes.
Vegas lounge. You go in those little lounges in Vegas, and suddenly it's a great band playing covers, and you're like, wow, 20 people in there, but it's the best show in Vegas.
Yeah. Hey, Brian.
You okay? You look a little down.
I'm looking at something. Sorry.
You're like,
Well,
I
that's
hate
right.
Vegas. I hate Vegas and people. It's
I
Monday.
love Vegas. I mean,
I've got a
yeah.
thought-provoking question for you today. I'm going to turn the tides, as they say in the business.
Please. What's your
Well, here it's under
question?
it's under document 2 right now. I have it saved. If this is interesting, and if you had a friend that you spoke to the same way you speak to yourself, how long do you think that person would let you be your friend? So your self-talk. Are you talking to yourself in a way that you would want a friend to talk to you? You getting that? So I picked the toughest question, or the weirdest one.
No, that's fine. I think that I like it. I mean, the thing is that
Here's a good example. Like if I said, "Dang, I can't believe you screwed that up." Well, I say that to myself, but I probably shouldn't be saying it to you or other friends.
Well, yeah, no, I get it. So I think that I give my friends a lot of slack, but I think I give myself a lot more slack. So I laugh. I'm in constant comedy. I'm in my life. I'm kind of in a constant SNL friggin' episode, and I mean by that is that try, laugh, fumble, start again. Try, So I just, I don't know. I don't knock myself down anymore. At all.
Good,
I'm like,
good. That's
I
really
get
good.
mad down on a blue moon about myself at something like, not even mad. I don't get mad at that at all. I try, and I try as much as I can, and I think it sounds kind of bad, but it's like, I don't know. I think I give myself pretty good. I mean, I laugh all the time, so
Yeah.
I try, and I never get frustrated. I mean, I don't get that frustrated anymore at all more, because what can you do? You're
Yeah.
there to care about yourself, and you have to care about yourself. And I think that I'm pretty. I don't know. I do what I can. So
Yeah.
with that notion, I if I give that ability, I treat others worse than I treat myself. Put it that way. I'm not that. I mean, I like me, but I'm harder on my friends like you than I am on me, and
Okay.
and that's okay, because I don't know, it's okay. What I'm saying is that I know that I'm tough on myself, and that I think I do as best as I can, And so I always assume that other people are doing the best they can. So, I don't get mad at them too much,
Yeah, that's good
What I get mad at me the
philosophy.
most for is for losing my keys and, over and over and over again. It's nothing. I mean, I'm gonna get a friggin' janitor's string, put it on my hip or something. I don't know. But I don't lose my keys like a lot, but I just walk out to the car, walk back to the car, grab my keys, walk back to the car, walk back in the house, grab my hat, walk, do that stupid stuff back and forth before I'm
I
like
do that. Do you
not
ever check
prepared.
I always check the door twice. I'm working on that right now.
Yeah.
Just go out, lock the door, check it, and get out. I'm like, oh, I better double check. So
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I mean, I think
yeah, but if I do it right the first time, then I'm done. Hey, I heard this one guy, he was talking, motivational guy. He says, try, fail again, fail better, and just keep going until you got it. It's like fail better. Each time you fail,
yeah, for sure.
making a small improvement.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we are at that time in our life when nobody is doing something intentionally wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to give them grace. And uh, I mean, I don't know anybody that does anything intentionally wrong. I don't think I ever have. I mean,
Oh,
unless
geez. Yeah,
um,
there's people that,
no, there is for sure.
geez,
There is. But I mean,
I have. I mean, geez, many times.
but you don't do things wrong. And I mean, how do you do things that they intentionally
You
wrong?
know it's wrong, but you want the reward. It's classic temptation. You know
Yeah.
it's wrong, but you do it anyway. I've reduced that almost to nothing, but a
Well,
lot of people
besides,
struggle with that. A lot of people always want to do stuff that's wrong because of the pleasure involved.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, yeah, I don't mean like drug addictions or alcoholism or anything like that, because that's their own demons. But it's like as
Oh,
far
no, I'm not
as
even talking that. People do stuff they shouldn't and know they shouldn't do it. I've done that.
but I mean but when you do accidental stuff, you when you try to restart the car twice, or
Oh
you
yeah. Oh
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Or
Oh,
just
that type
stupid
of stuff.
stuff, any
Yeah.
type of thing, anything in particular,
Oh yeah.
you knock something over, you spill coffee, whatever, yada yada, get food on my couch or anything like that.
Yeah.
Point is that you're not why really mad at somebody. I might at the moment go, hey,
Yeah.
unintentionally raise my voice. It's more like it's a surprise factor.
Yeah. Well, you
Um,
realize it. It's like you realize it. So
yeah, but
yeah, I'm working on that. Like I try to just get the little table out there, and I can not put the coffee on the couch or the food because in the past you had the leather couch, so it's an adjustment.
well, I don't mean, yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
I
you know what
mean,
I mean. I'm working on it too. It's kind of fun to
oh yeah,
work on stuff. People get all upset if they have to get corrected, but it's like, no, I want to get in there. I want to set up the table. I want to have it so I'm not making a mess. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Well,
Now you
but
got
either
the
way,
layout. You got the layout. We can watch TV and talk and do all kinds
right?
of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's cool. But I mean, in particular, just in life, I was using that as a metaphor,
Yeah.
actually, Brian. But I mean, you're my friend. You would never spill coffee on my shirt or on my couch or anything. You know what I mean?
Not
And
intentionally.
not intentionally.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe on
So
Friday Night Live,
there you actually that
but
because
that would be a scripted moment
probably. But
or
if
an
it
ad
was
lib.
if it wasn't a scripted moment, that'd be something that I would do on accident, knock something off my hand because I had one handed a little bit. Speaking of one handed, so last night, you can tell the boss. This is why I'm a little late because somebody demanded that I come over to their house and late at night, and he wanted me to play him video games and our friend Luke. And Luke and I used to play video games every night when kids were younger, and we play video games after the kids are in bed, or we'd watch scary movies, almost every day. Well, during the week anyways and stuff. And then I had my stroke, he moved first up the hill, the snob country,
Yeah.
snob hill. And then so it wasn't quite as easily accessible because I'd walk over there or jog over there every night. But went to his house and we played he bought right before I had a stroke, he bought a life-size, well, a half life-size Street Fighter game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right before I had a stroke, he bought that thing so we could play it together because that was our favorite game as kids and stuff. And just historically, it was a total competition the whole time. Boom, boom, back and forth, back and forth. And he said, "Do you want to try it?" And I'm like, I was at his house, and I'm like, "Sure." Well, he didn't want to try it much longer because my left hand isn't very good, but I started moving it on this machine. I beat him 7 times in a row. And
Wow.
to him, defeat is not, he does not take that lightly on anything. He loves pool and he loves games. He loves gambling, or not gambling, real bad, but he loves competition because he's very good at whatever he gets into. And I whooped him 7 times in a row, man. He was trying all different characters, and he was trying hardest, and I beat him. And it was a comeback after my 5 years of after my stroke. I was able to use my hand, and I used 2 hands. You know what I mean? You use 2 hands, one and with the other, because the fighting games all are combinations and stuff. And you have to do this, that, and press buttons at the same time and stuff. So yeah, I beat him 7 times in a row. That was really, really cool. It was a great comeback. It was like he was just like, we were both in awe. I took a picture of it because I was like, whoa, we were just I can't believe this has been so long since I played that. And yeah, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, there's a little bit of a comeback on my hand then, which is good. Really good. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm not sure where I started with that thing, but it was do you remember why I started talking about that?
No, I can't remember the root of that one, but that's okay.
Either way, probably blackberries, because that's where
probably from blackberries leads to everything.
Well, that's because it's the root of all evil.
Yeah. Hey, I want to try to play a clip here and see if you can hear it. Tell me if you can hear this.
Nope.
Can you hear it?
Nope, but that's our show. Okay. We should be able to play that. I cannot hear.
I'll work on that.
Oh, that's strange. But
yeah, I have it set up. When I share, I guess I got to do this. You got to set it up to share where it says share sound. Now let's try it again. There you go. Share sound. Now can you hear it?
Yep. So where do you see share sound?
When you open up the share down the very bottom on the left, dialog boxes, and it says share sound.
Dial-up box?
Yeah, dialog box. It's pretty good.
So hang on, I don't see it on mine.
Okay. Well, you bring up your share. Let me see.
Okay, the share screen? No.
I'll show you on here. It might, when you go on there, it goes share, and then it shows all the screens you have open on your computer, plus a whiteboard and a phone pad.
So just share it to me right now. Actually, share me your screen so I can see it.
Okay.
Sorry, folks.
No, just share that. Let me stop share. Let me see. Share screen. So I hit the screen. Doesn't seem to be allowing it. Now it won't allow me to share the screen.
Yeah, that sucks.
But what it is when you go to share, it brings up a bunch of the pages on your computer. whatever you've got open.
Yep.
It shows all those, and then
right there, share
left,
sound. I see it.
There you go.
I see it. Oh my gosh.
Breakthrough. Okay. Try fail.
Absolutely. No, that's great. It's right there. Then
so later in the show, bring up something with sound on it, and
there you go. Yeah. No, I think that'd be great. You've optimized for video clip. What does that mean there?
That I don't know. Probably just make it look better, but that enhancement. Look at that. He started screen sharing for the first time today.
Oh, he learned.
Said he couldn't learn.
Learn.
The best thing about traveling,
Yeah. No. Okay. I love it. That's good enough.
the people you meet. The
I don't need
worst thing about traveling is the
Yeah.
people you
There's
meet.
your next question right there.
I've never met a bad person traveling.
I've never been a person.
No, I did.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Lady tried to take my last sandwich one time when I was out doing something, going to get something. She came to try to steal my sandwich. So there, that's not good. In Germany,
Oh, you scared to steal your food?
instead of panhandling, they wait till you go look for something or you take a step away and they just take your food. So it's a different process there. This was a homeless German woman, but the problem was she was way too clean. I think she was fake homeless. No, really, she had an act.
Well, you say that, and then you make me think of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know, the whole on the train, faking the whole thing. That'd be great. I need a little bit for my country. A little bit of gold for my country. That was a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they tried it again here recently. It's the exact same movie with female instead. And who was in charge of that?
Oh, they should do bridesmaids with men. And what are those? Groomsmen. Let's switch it up and do a man movie based on an old woman's movie. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna look it up and find that because there's a female version of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Exactly.
How
the
about
same.
female Dirty Dozen?
There you go.
Dirty Dozen with women. You got Charlize Theron or Theron. Who else you throw in there? Scarlett Johansson. The gal that played Wonder Woman. Whoever the big name women are, get them in a Dirty Dozen. They got to pull a mission off. Save America.
Okay, so
I hope somebody's listening out there and gets that story going. I don't have time to work on it, but the Dirty Dozen with women. What the hell? I'd like it.
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz will sign on. Oh, and you know who's going to lead the whole?
I'm looking this up right now.
You know who'd lead the whole Dirty Dozen of women?
No,
that little gal from NCIS LA, Linda Hunt. That little gal with the glasses we showed you before. She always plays like a leader of something.
Linda Hunt.
Yeah, Linda Hunt. She's the funny looking little lady. She was in Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if she was the leader of the mission telling them what to do, and you had Cameron Diaz and who else?
I don't know if she's alive anymore. She's a kind of older lady, wasn't she?
Oh, she's alive and well, man. She was still on a show. She is still.
I thought she might. I'm sure she's probably fine. It's just a.
Oh yeah, she's always looked old. It's just been her thing.
Yeah.
Let's look at her. Yeah, see, there she is. She'd be great leading the troops right there. That'd be the lady. Linda Hunt leading 12 women in a mission to save the world. Right there. That'd be in the show right there.
Yeah, that'd be her. She's perfect. She's perfect for that. What a neat little gal.
Who would you want? What actress would you want leading the Dirty Dozen on the ground? Actually part of the troops. The Lee Marvin role. Who would you send that to this time?
Demi Moore.
Maybe. Seems too old, but.
Well.
60-year-old woman in a war, not my cup of tea, but.
Well, but he's
against women. A 60-year-old man leading the troops.
Yeah, but she's pretty.
She could whip him into shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, she's G.I. Jane, so that's what I was thinking that. But I don't know, female version. This has to be actually kind of comical.
Oh yeah, it's got to have humor. They're doing it kind of tongue in cheek, as they say.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be totally stupid or because it was kind of.
No, it's got to have real action.
Yeah, so action for a female. Let me think here.
Well, Scarlett Johansson's a good actor.
Kira Sedgwick would be kind of cool too.
Who's that?
Kira Sedgwick.
Yeah, she might be because she was in a cop show and she was pretty tough.
Oh, she's kind of a dainty gal, but she's very tough, and she's got that. I don't know if that's, but she's very pretty too. But she's kind of old. She's 62 probably. So I don't know. I don't know any younger actresses nowadays. It's like, I'm sure I do. I just can't think about it. But there was that female version of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. It was called The Hustle. The
Oh, wow.
Hustle.
Oh yeah, with J-Lo.
No, maybe with J Lo. I don't think so. It was the girl from the larger blonde girl from High School Musical, not High School Musical, but shoot, man, my brain is thinking here. It's they all sang Glee. Was it Glee?
Oh, Glee. Okay, that gal, the main
No,
gal.
it was no. It was where she sang. I mean, it was called like Best Pitch or something like that, or Pitch Perfect. Pitch
Oh,
Perfect.
that little gal, the one.
No, the bigger blonde.
Oh, okay, because there's that short gal, the Scrappy. She had a book called Scrappy Little Nobody. She's a feisty. She might be good.
Yeah, and Anne Hathaway. The two of them.
Yeah, I know who should play. You know, the Donald Sutherland role, the kind of crazy guy from Dirty Dozen, should be played by Aubrey Plaza. She's a young actress and she plays insane pretty well.
Yeah, she does play insane. That's good.
She's she poisoned this guy in a ritual in the Black Mirror episode that scared me.
Black Mirror episode, yeah.
Yeah, she was in that. It's chilling. She's kind of scary. So she'd be good for the Donald Sutherland. That's just funny to think of that. That'd be a fun movie.
No, it would be for certain. I think
some of the older officers, Sharon Stone, bring her back.
You share rocks too, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not always just the guys on the battlefield in Dirty Dozen. They had the generals and the Demi Moore could be a general.
You always have to have a background.
Yeah, you have to have the old guys too.
Yep. Backstories, on everybody.
What's that really funny lady? Tiffany Haddish. She'd be good in a.
Yeah, no, Tiffany Haddish.
Can do action. She's an actress.
She's hilarious. I saw her live not that long ago. So,
I saw in that Eric Andre movie you had me watch. Bad Trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got stopped at the racially profiled at the airport in Atlanta, and there was a big thing about it. And he was on Jimmy Kimmel talking about it. He was in business class, and they grabbed him on the runway inside the area going to the plane and harassed him. And it was pretty funny, actually. He played it off pretty funny, but it was pretty bad, really, why they were even doing it.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. That's an oddity. I think that.
Yeah, he wasn't happy. It wasn't the Atlanta police, though. It was some other county that was helping out.
Yeah.
They wanted to be big time. At the Atlanta airport, you have the Atlanta police available. I think you have I know you have TSA, and then they had this county police were doing some work there too, but they kind of overstepped their bounds at that point. They just made a bad decision. They grabbed him as he was going in that little bridge thing you go through. Once you get into the plane, he was almost in the plane. They stopped him and started asking him a bunch of questions and profiling him. And he's like, I'm in business class. He's a wealthy man.
Yeah, I think that it's just got to change, man. I don't know how to do that. And that's the biggest problem, is that you just got to quit having the ability whatsoever to say, well, that guy isn't.
If you see a funny black guy and he's going into the business class or first class, try to just figure he's probably an actor or some wealthy black guy, and don't assume because he's black he shouldn't be there. That's what happened. They said, what's this wacky looking guy? He's not even dressed up. No, he's a celebrity. He's actually well known, and he paid good money to get on there. Just leave him alone. Jeez.
Well,
they're asking if he had drugs. Why would it even matter? Let him take his drugs with him. Don't be.
Well, no, that's not.
Going to go after everybody unless you're going to go after the rich.
Well, that's the whole thing about the drugs thing. Each person should be assumed they don't have drugs until they, But
Yeah, if
yeah,
they'd gone up to a rich lady and tried to search her, that would have been a good lead
and
in.
you want to tell me if rich ladies don't have drugs? Bullshit. I mean,
Yes.
excuse my language.
So they got to quit the profiling like that once they get to inside the plane, practically.
They got more, you know, the richer they are, the bigger the problems they have. Often they have a lot of drugs.
He made
I
it
mean,
funny though. It was good. He talked about it. Jimmy Kimmel was asking him questions. They read the response from the sheriff's department. They were acting like it was no big deal. They called
yeah.
it a consensual search. He's like, I didn't consent. I had no choice. But he was funny about it. It was hilarious.
Well, I think what it means is you didn't. There was no. They had no choice, but they didn't like. They didn't fight away. Basically, didn't fight fight away for him. So
Yeah, he knew he had to answer questions. He didn't really, but he knew if he didn't, he'd be taken off the plane and not get the flight. So
yeah, I think that's very sad.
he just said he wants some frequent flyer miles. He doesn't want to sue him. He just wants the airline to kick in some
10 billion,
miles for him.
10 billion
Even though
miles.
the airline did nothing wrong, well, they hired those guys. So.
Yeah, they did and they didn't. Yeah, the airline. I don't know.
Yeah.
They were probably at airport. My guess.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's hoping he'll get some frequent flyer miles out of it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But the airport themselves, were they
Yeah.
airport employees or were they airline employees?
They were county sheriffs, so they were probably the airport maybe hired them.
Yeah, airport.
Or Delta could have hired him for specifically Delta flights too. There's always that.
Maybe, yeah, you never know. That I'm
But
guessing.
either way, just try to look beyond color and maybe let a guy have a flight. If he's getting on a flight,
Well, and
let
that's
him
the thing
fly.
is, if the guy acts, I hate to say that word. I hate to say acts. That's what I don't like doing. But if a guy acts like he is on drugs, you can, but just because he's black doesn't mean he's jack anything. Matter of fact, right now, sadly, and I know that you in particular are a fan of just opening the opportunities that just legalize all the drugs, and I'm kind of there, but I'm kind of not in the fact that when you get in planes, people have a tendency to freak out, and usually if they have a sedative, they don't. But
well, they got to allow that. That's why sedatives are legal. I'm glad of that.
Well, they're not legal if you don't have a prescription for it,
Yeah.
But except for alcohol, of course. Now,
but we don't know how many. They don't care how many people get on there might be on drugs. As far as if they're not behaving badly, there's probably 10 people on something. Probably out of a flight of 100, there's probably 80 that are on something, or even 90, because you got alcohol. There's people drinking a lot more alcohol when they fly because they get nervous. There's people. There's people that don't even drink until they fly.
Yeah, no, I don't ever take an anxiety pill or anything like that until I get into a little capsule in the sky and take off or whatever, because that makes my anxiety level up here, because all of a sudden you're giving your life to somebody else under there, you can't do anything about it. You've got to give that opportunity. You got to give it to God, man. Say, hey, I could die in this little capsule. I hope my bus driver is safe.
Well, I always get calm when I get on a plane because I figure the chances of it crashing are so low that I actually feel safer. Walking to the store, you could get mugged or run over by a car. That I feel safer in a plane.
Oh, I had a conversation last night with a favorite politician, and I won't say any names, but they said that
Lindsey Graham.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's a good-looking guy, sweet.
Yeah. Anyways, but he had told me that it's a done deal. Washington State is opening it up to legalizing all drugs, and it's a done deal basically.
Good.
It won't go into effect until 2023, I think. So, it's going on the pipeline. It's going to happen. So, but because of that, it means we're going to have at least to start, we're gonna have a large amount of people having more. We're gonna have more addictions at first, addictions and wrecks and all kinds of things. We're gonna see a little
I don't
uprise.
see how that would change the numbers because those people that are doing drugs, they're not waiting for them to become legal if they're not doing them. Like, I'm not
Right.
going, man, when cocaine's legal, I'm in. No.
No, well, the thing is, you don't think about it because it's not opportunity. But once I never bought a thought about buying a handgun, right?
Yeah.
As a kid,
Well,
and all of a sudden then I go to a handgun store and I'm going, oh, those are kind of cool, you know? You know what I mean?
yeah, but when they outlawed drinking alcohol, alcohol consumption actually went up.
Yeah, well,
There's defiance too. There's people that if you make it illegal, they're going to do it out of defiance. So,
that's what I mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think the numbers will go up. In some cases, the numbers go down because some people.
Well, I
like
think that in a
thrill.
while, after a while, they will go down.
I don't think
But
it'll go up even at the beginning.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Bet you
know if
there's
pot consumption went
stats on
up.
that. Well, I would say yes.
How
I
do
don't
we
know.
know? But are there
Yes,
facts?
I'm saying we'll find this out.
Yeah, I'd like to know
tomorrow.
if pot consumption went up or just
I'm-
people are willing to admit it now. So the numbers would be a little off. You can admit you smoke pot now because
Well,
it's
then how
not illegal.
you're right, but how are you going to prove that now, though? I mean,
Yeah. I don't know anybody that started smoking pot because it became legal. I don't know
I
anybody.
do.
Oh,
I do.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not because it came legal. Well, yeah, kind of because it came legal, basically.
Now, are you sure they weren't doing it before, or they were just saying they weren't doing it before?
Well, yeah, I know for a fact that they were doing it before. So a lot of the elderly.
Oh, they were doing it before?
They were not.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, but a lot of the elderly realize there's a different story about that because marijuana, I don't believe, is really bad for you for the most part. You know, the other drugs are,
Yeah.
but I think that marijuana in particular,
Alcohol is one of the worst, actually.
it is. But I mean, but
Too
marijuana,
it's easy to overdose, basically. It's easy
Yeah.
it's almost peer pressure to make people want to do it.
right.
Yeah, I had a
But-
guy trying to get me to have a shot. I'm like, I don't drink. After 8 times, he finally showed up with a 70-ounce Pepsi, which I don't understand that, but he wanted to give me the equivalent of a shot. So remember that guy, the bowler? He brought me a giant Pepsi, but he made 8 attempts to get me
Oh yeah,
to drink the shot.
Yeah,
But I'm like, I don't want the shot.
yeah. Well, you're a good man.
Next time I want the money though. I'm going to say shot.
Right.
Just give me $10 bucks.
He was trying to be dropped.
Well, he was cool. He wasn't belligerent about it. He was just forgetting,
Yeah. That's he was drunk.
Where's your shot? He was drunk.
Yeah.
Where's your shot? Why don't you have a shot? Well, I don't drink. Oh yeah, let's get you a Pepsi. So he was kind about it. It wasn't
Yeah,
even
it was
a
kind of
problem.
that, for sure.
But you
I
got to
mean,
be able to beat peer pressure anyway. If you don't want to drink, just don't drink. You can't say, "Oh, everybody's got shots." Because I heard people say that all the time. Well, I quit drinking for like a month, but then the guy had shots and he was pressuring me. It's like, well, it's your fault.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I think, but I think marijuana in particular is not as harmful as people think it is. And I
No.
don't, but I do think that a lot of other ones are. I think that
Oh yeah, a lot of them are
When you get-
alcohol, cocaine.
when you get into anything hallucinative, like that, that can be really damaging to somebody's
yeah.
body. So,
So
So
can the
may-
arthritis medicine. Some of that stuff will make you homicidal.
well, or sleeping medicine.
Oh,
I mean,
that Ambien should just
that Ambien's bullshit, man. That's
shouldn't be allowed to be sold by a medical people. That just seems like you're selling possible suicide because people can fall off things. People can walk into traffic. They don't
Well,
even
they-
know
yeah,
where
they-
they are.
Yep, they don't even know where they're at.
Eating
Yeah,
out of
it's crazy.
imaginary. I've seen, people eat out of imaginary bowls, weird stuff like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Roseanne may have done that tweet when she was on Ambien.
She probably did, actually. But
Well, I agree with the new politician, I guess. I don't know what his opinion is, but that
well, he just he was
we
stating
should
as a matter-
have it
he was
legal and
stating
then
it-
deal with the behaviors. Deal with behaviors.
Yeah,
and
he was
acts,
stating it
commission
as
of
a-
acts.
He was stating it as a matter of factly. So
Yeah.
I'm working
No,
on
he's
a
not
project.
for it. He's not for it. but-
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's for it or not. The point is that it's a done deal. Well, that's
Yeah, it's good. Well, it's freedom, even the freedom to screw up.
yep. And trying to reroute all those funds from the police to police reform and the way they go about dealing with people who are on drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, they also have a procedure for dealing with people with mental illness too. They got to learn to deal with that.
Yeah.
That's where the social workers could come in. I don't know if it'd work or not, but
Yeah, I think that's the
you
best
want
way.
to calm the situation down. Say, okay, that guy's messed up. I'm not sure if it's drugs or mental illness or both.
Yeah, and that's it's funny. It's kind of funny about that. You have all these partner cops, right? And all these movies about partner cops, like Lethal Weapon. Okay, now
Oh yeah,
they're both pretty tough cops. But you redo this is actually a pitch. I'm gonna come up with this pitch for you, Brian. We're gonna do this one possibly. The pitch is basically going to be a cop and a counselor, and that counselor is because they go out there and do solve problems or whatever their issues. But you've got one person like the counselor is. We're going to give them the I don't know, historically the personality of a hippie, and the peace, love, and yada yada, and the cop who's the rock, badass. You know what I mean? And then we'll work out from there. But that's just an idea.
yeah.
So
You could even switch it up a bit and have the counselor be like those motivational guys nowadays, the jockos and all that. More of a jocko, like the attitude.
Well,
He could be as tough as the other cop. The cop could even be a little weak. The cop could be a sensitive ex-hippie, even. Who knows?
Yeah. That's it.
Because
Yeah.
you need a strong counselor in real life. You can't have somebody that's mamby-pamby. They got to be strong in their beliefs on how to help people stay calm and de-escalate. It's like
I think
they de-escalate, they get raises. If they don't de-escalate, they get fired.
Yeah. Well, in my theory, in my thought, that movie is the one cop is Rambo type of thing. He's built.
Yeah.
And then the counselor is the sweet, maybe a female, whatever, and how they approach things, because that's gonna be the new norm in society.
She's got to be strong though, because if she's not, her stuff won't work, and it'll just be the tough guy wins. The tough cop will win just because her methods don't work, because they've got to be applied strongly. You can't do the calm social work. I mean, you can do calm, but you can't do the sweet social worker. You got to do okay, we got a problem here. You're out of control. We need to get you away. We need to do
there's always somebody
doing it like, wow, man, everything's cool. Can't do that.
I mean, as far as it goes, when you walk into a situation, there's always somebody who can, the way they approach something,
Yeah.
If you approach it nicely, that's what you have to do, is you have to approach it. You can't be stern about it. You got to
actually, the one I saw, she was stern too. She was a female cop, and she was the calm one of the two. The other guy was intense, but she was calm. But she also said, now I said, if you keep talking and don't leave this area, she had to get stern too.
Sure.
The other guy was ready to grab, and she calmed him down too. Yeah, she calmed the tough cop down too. It was pretty wild.
Yeah. So
she's probably
that's not my vision there. My vision at the moment is somebody who's going out there with a counselor and a cop and their misadventures, and we'll see how that works. But
for a movie, it'd be really good. In real life, you don't want the
I mean,
it's too mellow. You want
it's just the fact that that's how things are going to work right now, and a lot of programs are doing it right now, like with the homeless up in Linwood. Every time they go out, the cop, they have a counselor with them dealing with the homeless or whatever.
And the counselor lays it out though and says you either have to go into this program that we have suggested, or you have to go to jail. They tell them, that counselor has to tell them calmly but sternly, you have two choices: the program or jail time, and they have to choose.
Yeah, that's what it should be. I don't know how tough that is or not. So,
well, they had a lot of success with it early. I don't know if they got court challenges or not, but I keep telling people about the Marysville program. It's worth a look.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. Well, I'm going to go So I get to go.
Woody Harrelson would be a good stoner type counselor.
Well, I get to go
Believing
to.
it. Wouldn't he be a good one, Woody Harrelson, or is he too old?
No age. He'd be great, and maybe he'd be funny. He'd be like
James
this.
Franco?
No, I don't like. I like. I don't know if I like Franco too much. Sorry.
Franco's got some possible issues with women that I don't like. So let's
Just his personality is kind of odd to me.
Well,
but
Eric
no.
Andre's pretty funny. He could play a hippie.
Eric Andre.
He's
Now-
that guy from Bad Trip. He could play mellow and wow, man.
See, what's the Arthur Part 2? Who's that guy? What's his name again? That is
Oh, Russell Brand.
Russell Brand. So he is
Oh
the
yeah,
he's the counselor.
Fantabulous.
See, he's the counselor.
Oh yeah, with that long hair and the robes. I mean,
yeah, but
yeah,
that's
that would be hilarious.
guy in
And then
particular, he's gonna,
with The
"Listen,
Rock,
man,
you're
listen,
right.
I think it's great. I think it's
With The Rock and Russell Brand. Wow. That's amazing.
or you have the female what do you call it, wrestler, not wrestler, but fighter, MMA, Ronda Rousey and Russell Brand. That's it right there. That's the combination. That's badass.
Yeah, tough gal, real
Yeah,
tough fighter, trained in have her trained in military tactics.
You see her come there and smash the guy in the back of the head, and he stands there, and then Russell Brand speaks. Listen, you need to get this program. And the guy's nose is bleeding. He's like, Rhonda, whatever. So I think that's it could be a comical thing there, because it's just, I would definitely utilize the female if I could, because then, but a tough one like Ronda Rousey, that would be a pretty good one, I think, right there. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, she'd be like, that peace sign isn't going to help you in a gunfight.
Yeah,
because he's probably got the peace sign.
I just think of off the get go, he goes to speak and she bounces his head off the ground.
Yeah,
or off a car.
And when they have discussions, nobody's better at the philosophical discussion than Russell Brand.
Yeah, so
a little wordy, which will be funny, and that's
when you're writing it down, Ronda Rousey and Russell Brand, and we'll call the show Police Reform. Actually, I think that'd be great. I think it'd be great. No, just say Reformed, something like that, or let's see here. Reform. It's called Reform. I don't know. It's just gonna have
Reformed is good.
Yeah, Reformed is it.
Reform, ed, past tense, reformed, because in a sense he's trying to reform her, she's trying to reform him, and everybody's trying to reform the police.
And then somehow throughout the whole movie, at the end, by the end, you've seen both of them do the other's job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where Ronda Rousey has calmed and did an act of kindness and politeness. You've seen her do that, and you've seen Russell Crowe do some martial arts. Russell Brand.
Russell Crowe can't chase anybody now, and you're going to need Russell Brand to chase somebody.
Yeah.
At the end, maybe even Russell Brand flips out and gets angry and goes chase the guy down.
Yeah, you've got this. So he's at some point, Russell Brand snaps. Yeah, a little bit.
She gets calm over time, and he gets stressed and snaps. I think that's funny.
Yeah, I think that. I think it's actually an easy winner there, a little bit. I also do though when I got ideas for movies. I think that'd be pretty good. But, yeah, I think those are great.
Ronda Rousey might not charge as much to be an actress right now, too. She's looking for opportunities.
I think she's the most well-known.
Yeah. If you got a big name actress, man, that could be 10 million.
Yeah, but
that's not our problem.
But big name actresses aren't known for fighting. You know what I mean? When you hear when you hear Ronda Rousey, you think, oh, if there's anybody out there who's a female fighter, and there's better female fighters probably out there right now, but
have you seen her acting though? It's gonna take maybe a year of schooling.
You never know. Well,
she's good except for how she says stuff and the way her facial expressions and how she listens in character. Other than that, she's really good. She'd need some acting classes.
Maybe. Yeah. I
Oh
bet
gosh, have you seen her and stuff? She's not convincing,
I don't know. I haven't never seen her in anything before. So
but she would be good if she could act.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Stallone
And
tried to get real fighters in Rocky movies, but he said their acting often was so bad that it wasn't worth the effort. He
right.
said you could teach an actor to fight a lot easier than teaching a fighter to act, but might have changed by now because these young fighters are so into the social networks and all that. So they're on all the time. So they may be better. She may actually be able to pull it off.
Yeah. Well,
It's got
either way.
great name recognition.
Yeah. Either way, that's the whole thing is that it probably wouldn't fly, but it's worth a try.
Yeah.
It may not fly, but it's
Got to
worth a try.
find somebody to pitch it to, and that'd be cool.
It's called
I like
Reformed.
it.
That's called Reformed or something similar. to that.
Reformed. I like that. I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, I like the idea. I really do because right now it's perfect timing for something like that to come out in the next few years because society is, changing and they want to have more of the counselor cop with them. So yeah, um, they can be the newer guys on the block. You know how the new programs are. It's demanded by them to have a counselor.
Yeah.
And they bring in Russell Brand, who is, that would be pretty funny. You get him in the bar, you get him in some.
Crusty old captain. He's not happy about it.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah.
never happy about it.
Why is that Captain so? That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
The
so now
crusty
we go-
captain's always big. You got to have him. The guy in Rockford was that short, stocky, angry guy.
yeah.
They're always in Dolby on Starsky and Hutch, the big angry black guy. They've got stomach problems. They're angry.
Well, what is your
stressed,
favorite?
divorced.
What is your favorite TV police show throughout history?
Rockford Files.
Well, I was like, he's a private eye. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, he
like.
goes to the cop station and has Dennis get on his case all the time.
Yeah, I think now Dennis. Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
Rockford Files is fantastic.
Hill Street Blues was great in its time.
I can't think of what's my favorite.
How about NYPD Blue? That was a little weird with the camera angles, though. I liked it.
Yeah, they did some weird stuff. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of NYPD Blue. I don't think. Trying to think here. Fish.
Yeah, Barney Miller was really good.
Yeah, Barney Miller. Yeah, just off of Fish. Yeah, but I think that guitar, that bass guitar, you never hear anybody playing that like that. You know what I mean? Boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah,
Pretty cool. It was almost like a cello that he was playing.
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Great cop shows.
we watched that Eddie Van Halen thing yesterday. That was
Oh
watching
yeah,
him do that thing.
Eruption live.
Well, yeah, live when he was, but it was the one that I don't know what year that was, 2006 or something like that. It was him with Sammy Hagar.
Yeah,
So, but man, I mean, if any guitar could smoke, literally afterwards, that was.
oh yeah, it was incredible.
Wow, it was just it was nuts. But
And then
But now-
suddenly they changed the lighting, and suddenly the brother's there, Alex, and he's drumming with them, and it was cool.
it's just watching a masterpiece. It seems like.
Oh yeah,
But now Hendrix, I thought in particular, he had a guitar. Besides the guitar that Eddie Van Halen played, it did smoke.
yeah.
Right. But I mean, I think that actually, which is comical. Somebody's gonna watch that. But Eddie Van Halen and the smoking guitar. But I think in particular, Jimi Hendrix did have a guitar that like smoked. Like
Wait,
it was.
he set it on fire at either.
Oh, is that what he did?
Yeah,
No,
either
sorry.
Woodstock or the Monterey Jazz Festival. One of those, he set it on fire,
Yeah.
and so
Well-
that guitar became a collector's item.
Yeah, for sure, for certain. Yeah, but that's funny because if you ever watch Eddie Van Halen out there play guitar, if you're a guitar fan, he always takes a cigarette out and he puts it in
Yeah,
the strings of his guitar and uses it as chords and notes and stuff. Pretty funny, pretty good. I mean, who else can do that? I don't know, but
well, I've seen guys for years doing that. That's an old thing. I don't think he invented
Oh,
that.
no. But
It's
it's
been
kind of
around, but
place,
he does it well.
it's a place, yeah, it's a place to set it there. In the 90s, there was some other great guitarists. I'm trying to think who they are. And I think most guitarists are men. I don't care
Yeah.
what sex they are, but I think they're men that I'm aware of. The girl from Heart, but I don't know if she's a real great guitarist or she just actually plays.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Um,
Well,
yeah,
apparently Hendrix burnt one at Monterey and then a Strat at in London. So 2 times he burnt.
Stradivarius,
No Stratocaster.
Stratocaster. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know Stradivarius is a violin, right?
Yeah.
Famous violin, and Stratocaster is a famous guitar.
Yeah.
But is Strata something? The name, the Strat.
Well,
I
they're
mean,
different. One's a D, Stradivarius is a D, and Stratocaster's a T. So
what does that mean?
I don't know. I think they're different origins. They'd be different. I don't know the word origin. That'd be a good one for your LOL word
There
origins.
you go. Word origins of guitars. We haven't done that for a
Yeah.
while, actually.
Well, we're running out of time here. So you
Are we
want
really? No way.
pound her out? It's 10 after. I think we started at about
We did.
7:10.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna pound out. Plans later on?
I'm kind of free. Just give me a call. I was thinking maybe 11 o'clock get together. Is that cool?
Yeah, I think I looked at my
Message
calendar.
me.
My calendar looks
Message
free.
me.
Okay, give me a call. See, 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Yeah.
see, you got me. You
Back
got
in
me
the
now.
saddle.
Wah, wah,
Play my
wah.
Stratocaster.
Stratocaster, buddy. Have a good day.
Tomorrow.
See you later, alligator.